Welcome to this yoga class. This class will be featuring moon salutations, which are great if you're feeling heated, if you're feeling like you would like to move, but maybe not as intensely as with sun salutations that tend to heat the body. So if we're talking Ayurvedically, this is great for summer in that we do want a cooling practice that time of year. So if you're open to that, lay out your mat long ways. I'll be mirroring here for the majority of the practice. And we'll begin on our hands and knees, just as I am here. Round through the spine. Maybe exhale. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. I'm starting to warm through the body. Lots of mobility focus today. A few more like this. Last time, arch the body. Round, and then roll up onto the shins. Arms reach overhead and circle them back behind the body and open up across the heart. Come back to neutral and take your right leg out to the side. Plant the sole of foot. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, side bend to your left. Use the core to come back to center and side bend to your right. Again. Feel the length from fingertip to the side of that grounded foot. Last time to your left. And then rise up and see if you can plant the hands in front of you. You might sit back just a little to reach the fingertips in front of you. Lengthen across the shoulders. And slide those hands in so they're directly underneath the shoulders. Take that right arm, open it up to the side, and exhale, thread the hand underneath the left armpit. Open to this rotation, and exhale to close. If you like this. Two. Last one, reach. And then plant that hand. This will feel a little more restricted. Open up to your left, maybe very small, and come back to neutral. Open up to left, and just come back to neutral. One more, open up, and we'll just pause as we roll that left wrist. Reverse. This is not easy. And then ground the hands side by each. Take that right leg, lift it up, sweep it in behind the body, cross it over, toes touch down. Look to that foot. Bring the head back to center. Look over the foot. Back to center. Working with the side of the spine now. One more. And back to center. Lift those right toes. Send the leg directly behind you. Knees line up on the mat again. Round. And arch. Round. And arch. One more time around and continue to roll up through the spine. Again, reach the arms up, circle them round. And take that left leg out to the side. Arms reach up. Side bend to your right. Hand might plant, bottom hand. And other side toward the long leg. Again. Explore long, deep breathing here. See what feels natural. So you ground that Left foot. Protect the knee. One more time. Come over toward the long leg. Then come back through center. Let's sweep the arms in behind. Just open up the heart for just a moment. Stick at the tongue. And then reach the sky once more. Hands come out in front of you as you hinge at the hip. Feel the inseam of that leg. The water element, the meridian line runs. Staying close to the ground, earthed, and also exploring the sense of flow, hydration, water. And then from here, line up those hands underneath the shoulders, hip and knee in alignment as you take that left arm and open it up to the side and thread hand underneath opposite armpit. Again. A few more. Two. Last one, reach for the sky. Yeah, and then plant that hand. Steady yourself here. On your next inhale, open up the right arm. Not going to be very big. And then come back to neutral. And open. Be frustrating here. See if you can keep level weight through the hips. Last one. Pause and roll top wrist. Other way. Will feel congested. Inhale. And exhale, hands back to starting position. Let's take that left leg and lift it and sweep it in behind to cross over to the other side. Again, you could look to that foot unless the head is better off neutral. I like to look forward and then over the shoulder. Back to center, over the shoulder. Last time, center, over the shoulder. Head comes back to neutral, lift that foot, bring it out to the side and back underneath. Knees side by each. Again, roll up through the spine, arms reach in behind the body to open up again through the heart. Great to work with the heart in summer, release heat. And then we'll take again that right leg out to the side. And this time, swivel your body so that you face the short edge of your mat here in a lunge. Right leg is forward. Let's send the hips back in space as we flex through the lead toes and then plant the foot as we come forward. It's always one of my favorite things to do. And come back and forward. So many of us are tight in the hip flexors. One more time. Draw back, lengthen lead leg. And then replant that foot. Again, that roll up through the spine so we come to more of a 90-90 version of the lunge. Let's rotate toward that right leg. Sweep the arms, come back to center and other side. Open the arms. Let's repeat. We'll get into our sun salutations. One more time, our moon sun salutation. Come back to center. Plant that left hand. Lift the back knee off the earth. Reach for the sky with the other arm. And we'll take those hands, the inseam of that right leg, sweep the hands over to the other side to frame the front foot. Lower the back knee and lengthen that left leg. Flex the toes and then come forward into the lunge. Again, lengthen and bend. More time, lengthen Rebend the knee, plant the foot, roll up through the spine, adjust your 90-90. Arms can lift, inhale. Exhale to rotate toward that left leg. Arms can open. Turn the torso back to center, arms reach. Other side. Again. Return to center. Take that right hand down, lift that same knee off the earth, come onto the toes and rotate toward your lead leg. Hands come to the inseam of the lead leg again. Sweep over to the first side, plant that left hand, rotate again. Let that back shin come down as you reach for the sky. Circle the arms in behind the body, open up across the heart. And frame the front foot. Again, lift that back knee and rotate toward that right lead leg. Hands come to the inseam, sweep them to the other side. That right hand plants, rotate here. Lower the back knee, arms sweep up. Circle them behind the body, maybe interlace, broaden across the clavicles, inhale. Stick at the tongue. And that right hand will come down, lift the back knee, rotate toward lead leg. And hands come to the inseam, sweep again to the opposite side. The same time we'll frame the front foot and we'll step forward. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Again, hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Last time, halfway lift and fold. And we'll step back with that left leg. Short stance this time for triangle pose. Re-lengthen that right leg. Hopefully your hamstrings are ready with what we did earlier. Nose toward knee. Rebend that lead leg. Bring the hands slightly forward so you can pop the back toes off the earth. Inhale. Exhale, left leg draws in as you curl. Reach it long, point the toes, lift the hips higher for needle. And then rebend lead knee so that you can set that back shin down and reach up with the arms again. Circle the hands again. You could open up across the chest. And this time, hands will come to the inseam of the lead leg as you lift the knee and walk the hands out on a diagonal, so slightly out to that left-hand side. And look underneath the legs for runner's gait. Or inhale here as you come long in the spine. Exhale to round. Inhale to press your earth away. You're getting a little tricep work here. And round. One more time, lift. And walk the hands over to the opposite side. Lower the back knee, reach those arms up. Circle the hands behind the body, open up across the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down to the earth, step forward into the fold. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. And again, let the spine round. Halfway lift, feel the length through the crown. And flex the spine. Last time, halfway lift. And fold to step back with that right foot. Short stance here for that triangle pose. Lengthen through the spine. Before you find your edge. Nose toward knee doesn't mean it's going to get there. Drawing that left hip back into its socket. More inhale here. And exhale, walk the hands forward, pop the back toes off the earth. Inhale. Exhale to curl that right knee in. Reach the leg long once more. Point the toes and the hips a little higher for needle, or your best attempt like mine. And then set that foot back down, lower the back knee. Again, reach up through the arms. And this time, let's bring the hands to the shoulders and then press the room away through the palms. Lift arms up and bring them back to heart center. And then to the inseam of the lead leg, pop the back toes off the earth. Walk those hands out in a diagonal toward the right side of your mat. Look under your legs or between your legs. Lengthen the arms. Rebend the arms. Lengthen. Rebend. One more time, lengthen, and sweep yourself to the opposite side of your mat. Lower the back shin, arms reach again, and bring the hands to the shoulders, and then press the room away through the palms. Bring the back hands to the shoulders, press away. Just do one more like that, it feels good. Back and press away. Hands come down, and let's step into a downward facing dog. From here, that right leg will come up and pull it through to meet the hands and drape the shin. So pigeon pose if you're able to do that, or you can set that right hip down and stagger the legs to find your variation of deer. If that pigeon would be too intense, for me, I think today it is. Otherwise, the back leg is long. And check it out to make sure it's in alignment with the hip socket. Inhale here. And exhale to fold to any degree. Some of you will come right down with the forehead on the earth, if in pigeon. A few breaths into the back of the ribs. More inhale here. As you exhale, start to come up from wherever you are. So that you can bring those hands in front of you. Just lightly draw the left shin in. Come on to the left toes. Send that right leg high into the sky. Bend the knee, stack the hips. And here you could stay or flip your dog so that that right foot lands. Torso faces the sky as you press actively through that left arm. And also cradle the head. Stick out the tongue. And come right back. Send that right leg high. And then pull it through across the body for our fallen triangle. Back into the down dog with the left leg to come high. Bring it through, drape the shin. Size more open. You might have the back leg long in your pigeon, pressing down your lead shin, or you could drape the hip and find your deer. And come forward to any degree as it serves you. Few more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Come up onto those hands. Sweep that right leg behind you to come onto the toes. Really draw in this left thigh. So you can send it high into the sky. Bend the knee, stack the hips. Lengthen that leg, pull it through midline and then across, lengthening the left leg so the foot can land. So again, draw that leg in, stack the hips open toward the left. And here we can allow the left foot to come down and turn the torso toward the sky. Inhale and exhale, come back into a plank. And lower all the way down onto your belly. No chaturanga, just lower down. And come into Sphinx. And lower back onto the earth. Bend the right knee, clasp the ankle. If you'd like a little quadricep stretch here, the quad variation, we press that leg and pelvis into the earth here. If you wish, you could come into bow by lifting through the torso, arcing the spine, lifting the leg. Hand presses into shin, shin presses back and lower. Let's lift again and lower. Another time. Lower, back, down. Let's switch sides. So left knee bends, clasp ankle. Press quad and pelvis down. Inhale and exhale. Next time you inhale, you could lift, arc the spine, and come down. Again, arc and lower. Last time, lift and lower, back down. Hands slide toward the upper ribs as you press yourself back. And if you're able, you can sit on the heels. If not, come onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. Otherwise, a great summer pose is hero. It's one of the names for it. So I like to widen my knees fairly far apart. Hands on your pelvis. Hands behind the body could just stay here, right here or here. Little pillow underneath the legs can also help. Or lift the hips and set them back down. Lift. Lower. Lift. Press into the hands. Lower. One more lift. You might stay here or lower the hips. You could bend the elbows more. Could come onto forearms. Some people will come all the way down, especially if, like me, there's lots of space between the discs and the lower back. Arms can't even reach overhead, but that can be a lot. But here we open up the fronts of the legs, the groins, and if the arms are kind of outstretched in any way, releasing heat through the armpits to cool the body, to deal with summer heat. Perhaps the full floor feels cool, or your mat feels cool. Just feel your skin on that surface. Let any excess heat be absorbed by the ground. A few more breaths here. And if your arms are overhead, Bring them to your sides. And then clasp the shins. If you're all the way down, so you have to be careful to get up without rotating the spine here. So inhale. And exhale to press through the elbows and forearms to come up straight through midline. And then see if you can come onto one hand and the other to press yourself back up. Doing that knee hug for a while. Maybe you'll take a happy baby here. And if you're with me, come onto the belly. Hands underneath the forehead, slide that right leg up to the side. So like happy baby can open up the inseams of the leg somewhat. We're doing that here with this gentle half frog on the floor. Turn your head one way, see how it feels in the neck, explore. Again, contact with the cool ground. And switch sides. If doing this one-sided pose. Final inhale. Exhale to lengthen that leg. If you're not already on your back, roll into your back. Perhaps, since we've been open for a while, we'll take the feet to the outside edges of the mat and allow the knees to come in knee mountains. They make a triangle with the knees. Release the pelvic floor. Soften the lower belly. And breathe into the ribs. Notice what draws your attention in this moment. Release the legs long, or the feet could be planted if there's lower back tension of any sort. And scan your body and the tips of your toes. Up through the feet, the lower legs, the knees, the thighs. Melt the back of the legs. Slide your awareness into the glutes. And breathe into the pelvis. And higher into the belly. And back into those ribs. Send them wide out to the sides. Sense the breath even in the throat. And as you inhale, sense the coolness of the breath flowing into your nostrils relative to your internal temperature. And breathe out any excess heat. Soften the eyes. And breathe as you begin to invite subtle movements back into the body. Before we go much further, let's also bring the legs out to the left side and the arms arc overhead to the left. Banasana to open up through the sides of the ribs, under the armpit. And legs over to the opposite side. And return to center, hug the knees. And roll onto your favorite side. Tiny little ball. Few breaths. Final inhale. And exhale. And on that emptiness, press yourself up to seated. Perhaps you look over one shoulder and the other as you wiggle the jaw. Drop the chin through center. Bring the backs, the hands to the back of the skull. Press the head into the hands as you lift the head. Open up across the heart and lengthen out the arms. Send them overhead and bring them to your heart center. Thumbs to sternum. Sense this space. Before we close with a Satnam. Satnam. And that means truth is thy essence, truth is thy name. May we see things truthfully as we leave our mats. Loose interpretation. May you bring some of this cool and calm into your day. And if you like this video, check out the playlists on the channel. Have a great day.